So look, if you want to grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off, then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast. Hey everybody, it's Daniel Latto speaking. So we're kind of 3-4 months in lockdown. Lockdown's lifted here in Spain a little bit. Just been to the shops, which is very nice. But I was just thinking about some of the people I've seen on Facebook and kind of moaning about how stuff isn't going too well right now. They can't afford to do stuff. And I'm asking them, well, what work have you done? And they're like, well, I haven't done any work. I've been furloughed and if you're furloughed, technically you shouldn't work anyway. But then you're not self-employed because you're on a furlough, unless you're self-employed, salaried, I guess you're on a furlough. But even then, you know, you can't just turn off a business, turn the tap off, and then complain when there's no money coming through. You have to keep the business going. It has to stay alive in one way, form, or another. And if it's you that's furloughed, and technically you can't work in that business, maybe you need to employ someone to go and employ your mate who's also furloughed in a different business. Employ each other. Heck. So there's no reason why you can't do this stuff, right? It's all perfectly legal, as far as I know. And if it isn't, someone correct me, but I'm pretty sure it is. But you can't blame other people for the fact that you can't afford to do stuff. Like, we're all responsible, which is one of the things I wish the government would kind of give to people. People think that they're not responsible and the government will look after them, which is crazy. I don't know where this mindset comes from. But you are responsible for your business. You are responsible for your staff. We had a coaching call with a client yesterday talking about responsibility. And he was talking about some of his staff not doing what we should have been doing. And I'm like, look, ultimately you are responsible for the mistakes that they make. You're not to blame, but you are responsible. You are able to respond to make sure that stuff doesn't happen again. But you can't blame other people for that when the buck stops here. If I make a mistake or my team makes a mistake, that's my fault for making sure that the team didn't make those kind of mistakes. And that's, an educational element in the business. But if you're actually not putting in any work right now in your business, you can't really complain that you can't afford to do stuff because you should have been bloody well working. Instead of Netflixing and chill, I've seen these people on Facebook, Netflix and chill, 3 months off. Best of luck with that. We've done amazing things. We've taken on 2 businesses for sure and potentially a third one in the last 3 months, which is phenomenal. We've increased our revenues in the order of millions of pounds. Now think about that for a second. Like, just as the words come out of my mouth, I'm like, oh yeah. But that's what's happening. Not hundreds of thousands of pounds of revenue, millions of pounds of revenue. And this is the thing that makes the difference. And that's not an increase in business. We've acquired other people's businesses in order to do that. But you can't then complain, well, I've not done anything, and I'm not getting the results. And people are complaining at that. I mean, you can do. It doesn't get you anywhere. You're responsible for putting the work in. You're responsible for getting the results, just like I am, just like my wife is, and just like my kids are. Everyone is responsible for their own situation in life. And yes, external things happen that make a move to affect your life quite quickly. If you're in a business, in a restaurant business, let's say your business has gone like that, there are other options for you. And if there aren't other options, I can't think of an industry right now, but if there aren't other options, you need to twist on a sixpence and go straight for it. I remember 20 years ago watching a guy talking about Microsoft, and he was teaching Microsoft stuff about 15 years ago. No, 20 years ago, in fact. And he was talking about Microsoft's ability to turn on a sixpence. And as business owners, we have to have not only the knowledge and ideas in order to do that, but we also have to have the kahunas, the courage to make the changes in our business, to save our business and to make our business grow. We've never acquired businesses like we have done, so that's a brand new thing for us. But we had to have knowledge, we have to have courage, we have to have kahunas, and the network, the team that would allow us to do that. And that's what we built, and that's what we went for, and that's why we've been successful there. And you can do that too, but you've got to start making decisions, you've got to start being responsible. You've got to start putting in the work, and you've got to start making this thing work so that you are not only responsible when things don't go right, but you're responsible for when things go well. And it's not luck. You know, when things are going bad, people blame you. When things are going well, they blame luck. No, it's one or the other. It's both the same thing, right? You know, you can't blame me for when things go bad, and then when things go well, oh, well, you're just lucky. It's the same level of work, right? Anyway, hope that's useful for you, and we'll catch up with you on the next one. My name's Daniel Latto. Have a good day. Take care. Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.